Hi there! It's vacation time for me and a bright sunny Friday and the perfect day for a bow review. And today it's about the Tatar TRH from Csaba Grózer. I have announced this bow in my last second update video and I'm very happy that we can shoot now the bow properly. So first of all, the specs as you know it. Length knock to knock is 52.5 inches. Unstrung and strung is 47.25 inches. The nominal strength is 37 pounds at 28 inches. It has a max draw of 32 inches and a brace height of 7.5 inches. The weight is 410 grams. The arrow pass has a width of 24.9 millimeters and we have a Siyah length of 19 inches from the knocking point to here where the fade out is. Here's the fade out. And the handle section is from here to there, around, yeah, here. So we have a bending length for both sides of 22 inches. The materials, as far as I can see, because there is some information on Grózer's website, but regarding this bow I'm not 100% sure. So I think it's we have here ash wood in the Siyah section. I think this is stabilized wood. So stabilized, all this means that the wood is hardened with epoxy as a reinforcement in the tips. We have a phenolic red-brown paper plate in the center of the bow. On the outside, I think this is fiberglass, and here on the belly side it's semi-transparent, and it has an extraordinary look, so I haven't seen this before. And what else? We do have wood inside. I don't know if it's bamboo, I think it's something else. The outer layer is stained with red color, as far as I can see it. I think so, because I can see here some red stripes. Or it's a wood that I don't know, or wood is always a bit different. So I think it's red stained. And we have here suede leather on the grip, red, and for the arrow pass it's as well suede. And that's the reason why I have glued on here my tape, so this is then secured. The handle feels very nice, so it's round. It has a slightly triangular shape. You see there's a back, and we have a broader surface here where the hand is. So the grip feels very good. So this is about the materials and the specs. Then if you may remember the definition of Tatar bows that has been provided by Kurt in the reddit.com question and answers section. The question was Tatar bow history please, and I summarized that specs of a Tatar should be flexible Kazan eyes, which I never can see really, so I don't know what he means. The max draw should be over 30 inches. There should be string bridges and a sharp angle in the ears. So we do have the angle. We have the 32 inches max draw, which is more than 30. But the string ridges they are not integrated and they are not here. So this is the only thing that is not typical for a Tatar bow here. But the rest looks very much like a Tatar. Okay, what about the nominal strength and the strength today? Sure. So we will take two measurements. I've set myself knocking points here. First we take 28 inches. This is about here. 38, 3/4. 38, 3/4. And at 31. 44.06. 44.06. Right. We have currently a temperature of 24.5 Celsius degree in the sun and 22% humidity. And that's the reason why the bow is a tiny bit stronger than it would be with a higher humidity. All right. Now let's shoot. So, first of all, I show you the handle fitting for my hand. You see, I have lots of room here between the finger and the thumb, and for me this is nice. Yeah, I hold it like this, and you can see here the markings from the arrows. Yeah, feels very good. The spine is precisely where it should be in the finger section. Yeah, very nice. I have added this little fur stripes to the bow because I will later compare this bow with the winner of the last Tatar bow comparison video, and this was the rider, and the rider has huge fur stripes in the string, so it dampens and influences the sound. And so I have added to the Biocomposite as well stripes, so that we have it dampened, yeah, so that we can compare then the dampened strings. And I think it looks nice too, but this is personal taste, of course. Last time I was shooting these arrows. They have a spine of 700 and a weight of 408 grain. Calculated, this bow should have something around, what was it now, 37, around 370 grain or something. So this is more than required, if not mistaken. Yeah, so I don't know if Grózer had, not sure. According to the bamboo archery table, it was 12 grain per pound, so it was a little more than 400. So these were a little bit too less, but the bamboo archery table is always a bit over, so it's not maxing out the bow. It's more on the safe side. And these were flying very nicely, and I had shot tight groups. And these were ones have a spine of 600 and a weight of, I cannot read it anymore. Yeah, yes, this around, yeah, so this weight, I will weight it again later on. I think I don't have one with this problem, it's 50 so and so. So more, it's more than required. And later on with the speed test, I will calculate it down to 9 grain per pound, so that we can compare it then better to the others. So, but now this bow. The draw is very nice and steady. It feels strong. The 37 inches are today a little more, but it feels good. And the shot is very nice, very precise, and there is a minimal vibration afterwards, minimal. And if you're doing cutter, you barely notice it. So if you're focusing on the target, you won't even know that something has happened, except we have seen that the arrow is gone. So very little. And it feels very nice. I fetch the arrows. Oh, you want to see it? Ah, sure. So the last one here on the right was the last one where I didn't focus properly. And of course you can do fun shooting you can do with every bow, but since it's a medium-sized bow, means a little more than 52 inches length. And one leg shooting. As you know, I'm not a running shooter. Oh, that was close to center, even when not standing still. And I should practice it, but I don't. This was too high. Missed it. But this was totally emotion. Show you. I sprayed a little. But the one on the very top was the last one. So if you want to know what TRH means, I have no idea. Maybe something with technology? I don't know. But in the end, it's not that important, right? More important that you have fun shooting, and I do. Ah, if I would have focus, no? Show you. These are the first two, the last one. Speed test. First with the heavy arrows, spine of 600 and a weight of 553 grain. This is quite a lot. I calculated down that in grain per pound, and I think this is too much for the bow, yeah. But the other Tatar bows can be shot with 9 grain per pound. So Csaba, if you could confirm that we can shoot the bow also with 9 grain per pound, that would be awesome. But for now, we shoot first the heavy arrows, then the lighter ones, and don't expect too high values now with the heavy arrows. $151. $150. $148. And now the lighter ones with 700 spine and 400. Some have 408, the other 413 grain, around that one. So much less. $171. $172. Duplicated. Yeah, I'll do the math now, and then we see it in a bit. I've calculated, and we had for the heavy arrows an average weight of 14.42 grain per pound, which is really heavy, yeah, and an average that was around 149 so-and-so, calculated down to 9 grain per pound, that would be 188.5. And this is exactly the same speed as the Saracen has reached in the Tatar comparison. So this one would be speed-wise the same first place as the Saracen. With the lighter arrows, we had an average speed of around 172 nearly. It was 10.64 grain per pound, and calculated down to 9 grain per pound, this would be 185.7. So you see, in the end, every shot is a little different, and sometimes you pull a tiny bit more and then you reach a higher speed, which is normal with our bows. And in my garden, the Tatar TRH is one of the fastest bows here, which is very nice. And it felt very speedy too. Yeah, and usually I can shoot groups if I focus, only then. And you can see here, these are nice groups too. And in the end, it doesn't really matter if I take this spine 600 or 700. If you're used to one arrow, then there will be nice groups. Résumé. What do I think of my Tatar TRH by Csaba Grózer? Awesome bow. And why is it? It doesn't have this spectacular painting like the Biocomposite has. What is it? I think it's mainly because it's helping me to shoot groups. And I cannot tell you why this is. It doesn't have a very narrow arrow pass. It's 24.9 millimeters. And if you would exchange the suede with ray skin, because it wears out, the suede has probably 0.3 millimeters or so. So you add probably in total 0.5 millimeter, and then you have more than a 25 millimeters arrow pass. You will get along with this one too. That's not the case. So it's not the arrow pass. What is it? 22 inches bending length is not rare as well. The string is Dyneema, just like all bows from Csaba have. What is it? I have no idea. So the grip is similar to the Biocomposite. It has this triangular shape, as you can see probably. So it feels very nice, and because of the leather, it's a bit more beef you have in the hand. There is no special vibration, just a tiny bit. The sound is nice. The shot, specifically if you shoot heavy arrows. As I said, the draw is nice. I don't know why this bow helps me to be more accurate than others have. So if I shoot the Biocomposite, I'm not as accurate with the same arrows as if I shoot with this one. I have no idea. But in fact, it is like this. And this makes the bow beautiful. And it has a nice color pattern, so a color scheme. So the bit of red in the outer limb is matching with the handle leather, so this is nice. The black is supporting very nicely, and you can find it here in the tip as a reinforcement. So this is all nice. Yeah, my fur, this is a tsonka. Tsonkas are small fur stripes of around 4 millimeters, sometimes 5 millimeters width. And you can find this at the fishing accessories whatsoever. And if you look for flies fishing, then you should find these fur stripes. And they are available in several colors, and yeah, sometimes they are striped or so. But you can find it there if, in case you want to do it as well. So here we have 6 inches length of a tsonka. And I've done this because in the recomparison with the 2 new Tatar bows, the Biocomposite that has been healed, and 2 of the previous ones, they nearly all have fur as a string dampener. And so I wanted to do the same for all, and so you can hear it's a bit dampened. And potentially it would be dampened a little more if we would have here a small string bridge pad. So the Saracen has here a small leather patch. It works as a string bridge, but it's very thin, but works as well. I don't miss it really, but if I compare this bow to the other Tatars, they all have this string bridge or an integrated string bridge or whatsoever, but they have here something as a groove where the string can be centered again. And this one doesn't have it. So maybe, Csaba, this is something you could do if you like, at a hard leather patch here that won't do any harm, and potentially it will improve the sound even more. What else? So the whole technology works very nicely. We have here one of the fastest bow in my garden. So far here I have reached with the bows not more than 188.5 feet per second. Of course, you can enhance it if you use lighter arrows and draw further. Then you can go higher. If not mistaken, Csaba has done a test where he has reached more than 200 feet per second, which is very nice, of course. But here in my garden, I haven't reached with none of my bows more than these 188.5 feet per second. And I think this is already very good. So it's speedy, it's a nice one. Yeah, awesome bow. Yeah, so and it's really fun shooting the bow. And yeah, I'm looking for an integrated string bridge, but I cannot see it. It's easy to string, no problems. You should make sure that the lower loop is always under some tension a bit, that it doesn't get loose, otherwise you need to do this again, this step. And then you can do the normal step method as well, or any other method that works for you, of course. So I'm very much looking forward to the recomparison. This bow will shine for sure. And there will be a carbon version as well, will be sent someday, let's see. And this bow will be introduced as well, and after that I will do the recomparison. Very interesting, looking forward to this, and yeah, I will now continue shooting a bit more, and wish everybody a great weekend. Thank you so much, Csaba, for sending this bow to me. It's a pleasure. And thanks everybody for watching. Have a great time, and I hope that the sun is also shining for you too. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.